the Federal Reserve, but we're also going to talk about XRP and Cardano when it does come to privacy, because it's going to be a very important narrative moving forward. Yesterday on X, there was a lot of different people providing their 2026, 2027 predictions. And one of the top things that was discussed is privacy, primarily because we're getting vertically integrated into traditional finance. We've got all these traditional financial markets, 24/7 tokenization, the ETFs, all of those types of things. All right. So things are starting to get a little bit hectic, but again, privacy is going to be a very important narrative of that cycle. So let's go ahead and get into it. Really quickly though, I do want to I want to let you guys know that the Federal Reserve just pumped 16 billion into the US banking system through overnight repos, and this was done on the 29th. Okay, was done on the 29th, which was yesterday, and this is the second largest since the panorama um, era. And the reason why that this is particularly important is because we saw, during the panorama, we saw, number going down, things weren't doing really well, and then things just absolutely skyrocketed later on. So there's that. Also, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, set alerts. This is gonna be a little bit of a low effort or a low energy stream. I am just like absolutely going through it right now, but that's okay. We're here. We show up every single day. Anyways, back to business. I'm going to give everybody a shout out towards the end of the show, so stick around, make sure to like this. But the total bank borrowing reached $26 billion, and this is the third highest since 2021. And then we had like this epic bull run. So hopefully that repeats itself and we have this crazy bull run eventually. Okay. But again, it's going to be hard because we have all of this. We're still waiting for legislation. We've got all the stablecoin drama. We just have all this geopolitical drama. So it's going to take a lot of time, but fingers crossed that things start moving and things start picking up, because it's getting boring. There's also a really interesting take on X yesterday that people said, they're talking about like retail absolutely got rinsed this cycle, because someone was saying no, retail actually didn't get wrecked this cycle. Other people are like, yeah, they totally got wrecked this cycle. In my personal opinion, retail that actually took time to self-educate themselves, and retail that actually took profits and was actively trading, people like Lawrence and people like Gamer, they did great. They did absolutely great, because you have to remember, like Hedera pumped from like 4 cents to 50 cents. XRP pumped from like 50 cents to $3, so on and so forth. So there were people actually making money, especially in retail, if you knew how to take profit. And that's why we reiterate that profit taking mentality all the time. It's incredibly important to talk about profit taking, because like that we're here to make money. We just don't want to diamond hand everything. It's okay if you diamond hand a moon bag, but anyways, is what it is. Now, with that being said, and thank you, Lawrence, this holiday season, I'm really just focusing on spending time with my kids and with my family, and all kinds of stuff, because it's just, it's just all kinds of stuff. But anyways, can't control what other people do, but you can control how you react to things. That's what we're talking about. Anyways, so I want to get into the ADA and XRP news, because this is going to be important moving forward. So Charles H on XRP, Midnight, and DeFi, because Midnight is the privacy sidechain. Okay. Now, with that being said, I don't talk about my personal relationships on the internet, because it's none of your guys' business. Okay. My relationship status and who I decide to see is not your business, okay? Because that directly impacts my child. And when things directly impact my child, I keep it off of the internet, which is why you will not see me in a bikini, which is why you won't see me, showing my feet or just doing crazy work, okay? It's a personal choice for me, because I don't want things to impact if I say something on the internet and my daughter goes back and reads it in like 10 years or 5 years or whatever, and that impacts her, it's just not good. Like, you want to protect your kids. So with that being said, that's what we do. And thank you so much, Lawrence, for the $10 super chat. Okay. So whoever I'm seeing in my personal life, that's my personal business. Okay. It doesn't matter if I'm married, if I'm single, if I'm dating someone, if I'm in love, what the deal is. It's just, we got to keep privacy. We need to start putting our kids first as a society. Okay. Now back to crypto. None of your all business. Okay. Anyways. I know some of y'all would like to see my feet, but we're not doing that, okay? Because again, it's going to hurt my kids' feelings. All right. Anyways, Charles H on XRP, Midnight, and DeFi, because Midnight is the privacy sidechain on Cardano, and a lot of people are out the side of their neck about Cardano, whatever it is. But Charles is actually really smart in how he handles marketing and developing and all those types of things. Okay, that's just my opinion. Anyways, so Knight has overtaken Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other top alts on CoinGecko's trending list. And this is Charles' perspective, okay? Knight, he says, and this is him, not me, Knight is just getting started. First crypto to trend above Bitcoin and Ethereum. And again, we have other privacy coins too, like Monero and Zcash. Midnight enhances any ecosystem and integrates with. Adding Midnight to XRP DeFi could disrupt legacy banks. And that's going to be the key here. I'm going to come back to that in a second, all right? Adding Midnight to Bitcoin realizes Satoshi's vision, and integrating Midnight with Cardano could 10 times monthly active users, transactions, and TVL. And this is positioning Midnight as the first market with private DeFi at scale. Let's go back to Ripple and institutions, okay? We know that Ripple is a banker's project. We know that XRP is a banker's coin. Exactly, buttoned all the way, because we're not showing this. We're not showing this. It's only one person that gets that, okay? Only one person. Anyways, with that being said, you guys are so weird. Dude, my fingers, they're double jointed. Like, they're double jointed. Anyways, let's get, this is the key piece over here. And shout out to Mixing. He has to read all your guys' comments. And he's mad. He's mad. He's just mad over there, eating his tuna and his baked potatoes and his baked beans, okay? He just mad over there, reading the comments, because y'all are a mess. Just kidding, love you guys. Anyways, let's go back to the situation here. Like this video. There's like 300 of you in here. So, okay. Ripple is a banker's coin. XRP is a banker's coin. They want to disrupt the entire financial system, and they're going to do it, and they're going to end up doing it. And the reason why Midnight is so important is because if Midnight integrates with, oh my God, because if Midnight integrates with XRP, which Charles has talked about heavily, then they're going to be able to add a privacy aspect. And again, the reason why privacy is so important instead when it comes to traditional finance is because we don't want all our business out there, but there's also a double-edged sword without the CBDC and all those types of things. Now, moving forward with all of that, XRP is starting to merge more as far as more DeFi-ish, which is important. They're going to need that, okay? They're going to need that. So that's going to be key here, because XRP and Ripple, they already have all of the partnerships. They already have like all of the, literally everything. And I've told you guys multiple times, can we get Mike out of here? Please just block him from the channel. Thank you, Lawrence. Just get him out of here. But basically, projects that are able to use interoperability is going to be absolutely key and crucial moving forward. And those are going to be the projects that sustain, okay? Now, there's that part of the aspect. And then let's get to the next story over here. Privacy tokens dominated Q4 2025 top performers, and this is according to Cointelegraph. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Bear with me, okay? Privacy tokens dominated Q4 2025 performance with Zcash leading despite broadly negative market conditions, according to Grayscale's latest research. And this is according to the reason why XRP and nothing else is moving is because the current market, okay? Just chill. Hello. Go learn to read a chart, something like that. Now, with that being said, this is from Grayscale. Grayscale's not something like an entity I would fade any way, shape, or form, like any way, shape, or form. We don't do that. It is what it is. But they've been in on Zcash for quite some time. And they're not going to lose money. Now, Gemini's on it and a lot of other people are on it. So that's something to kind of keep in the back of your head, guys. Like, be smart here. Grayscale, and this was according to Bean Crypto. I don't know how accurate it is, so make sure to fact check me on it. But Grayscale highlights 6 promising privacy coins, Zcash, and more. Again, this is from Bean Crypto covered it. But basically, they said in this, they said that Zcash and other privacy coins remain top priorities for investors amid low sentiment. For example, Zcash Shield Pool reached a new high of over 5 million, about 30% of the circulating supply of Zcash, and this signals long-term holder confidence. Holders also maintain a conviction despite a 60% drop. Grayscale highlights 6 privacy-focused alts as standout performers. Again, this is alleged, okay? Alleged, so you're going to have to go back and do your due diligence. We've talked about privacy coins on this channel a lot. Like, we've talked about privacy, AI, DeFi, RWAs, and we've talked about privacy. Like, hello, I had somebody from Zcash on the channel in like 2018. Zebrahead. Zcash, Monero, Dash, Decred, BAT, which you can actually get for free if you use Brave, the privacy browser. And Beldex. I don't know what the hell Beldex is. So I don't know what that is. Over 300 people like this video. Okay. We love Brave. Oh, there's Keith. Hey, Keith. We love Keith. You guys, Keith is so dope. He's my little buddy. Keith is awesome. He's super focused on privacy, but yes, Brave is a privacy browser and that's bad. And you can literally get it for free by using the privacy browser. So why wouldn't you? It's free to use. But anyways, I digress. That's your guys' personal business. Now, there's more in the story here. Growth expected to continue into 2026, driven by integration with DeFi. DeFi will be needed for TradFi. They're going to have to use DeFi in some way, shape, or form. But thank goodness we have Paul Atkins. Paul Atkins from the SEC was like, nope, we don't need to regulate DeFi the way that we regulate everything else. So that's good. That's bullish, right? Anyways, A16Z, big investor. Privacy will be the most important moat in crypto. Key points. It's a critical differentiator in crypto because, again, we're talking about crypto, we're talking about a public ledger, like blockchain. Public ledger, everything's on chain, okay? It is essential for bringing global finance on chain. It creates strong network effects and chain lock-in, especially as performance becomes commoditized. Privacy-focused chains will drive a winner-take-most dynamic, dominating real-world crypto adoption. Okay. And then NASDAQ-listed Cypherpunk Technologies recently acquired about 56,000 ZEC for its treasury. Midnight night price eyes new highs as buyers dominate. So clearly right now, what we're seeing happen in the market, we're seeing crypto get vertically integrated into traditional finance. Fantastic, fine, we love that. But we're going to need some sort of privacy aspect of that. And the way that we do that is we utilize. I'm with a lot of family and friends right now. We're just chilling. But basically the way that you utilize that is that you are able to you're able to vertically integrate crypto into traditional finance, and then you need some sort of privacy layer that goes along with it. So again, and then we kind of talk about interoperability. Interoperability is the ability for different blockchains to communicate with each other effectively, and the reason why that's so important is because you need people to communicate effectively, especially with AI and all of that stuff. So now, with that being said, that's the show for today. Crypto's not doing too terribly much, but the privacy narrative is definitely picking up. Also, too, tokenization is picking up. They're actually starting to talk a lot about the DTCC thing and tokenizing everything on the ticky-tacky now. So tokenization is going to be another big one. Also, the tokenization of precious metals, gold, silver, all of that. So with that being said, sending you guys love and light. I got a video coming out for you at 2 p.m. PT, and I'm going to get going. But big shout out to all our channel members, the people that are showing up over here, to Mr. Legend, to Mr. Dale, to Mr. R, Gorgeous Alexandra, Lawrence, $10 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gumby, Gorgeous Alexandra, Cherry, Queen, Mixing. Let's see. Mr. Mike. And I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Neil. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. I just want to make sure we got everybody. I'm getting a headache. Anyways, sending y'all love and light, and I will be streaming again tomorrow on New Year's Eve. And the video at 3 p.m. PT, 2 p.m. PT video, and then the news wrap up at 6 p.m. PT. Make sure to smash a like. Bye, babies.